Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your January mid-month tarot and oracle card reading. We are going to start right away with a couple of oracle cards. Happy birthday to anyone who's celebrating. If this is your sun sign, may it be your best year yet. Now, I like this, okay, because oftentimes, especially when it's in your season, we start to look at the year ahead. What do I want to change this year? I'm not going to get to another birthday without making certain changes or doing something I'm inspired to do. I feel like they're talking specifically and directly to one of you here. New moon in Aquarius, open up to change. So it may be time to take a leap of faith to get a fresh start in your life. And you know what? It's never too late. You never know what you could do. All right, decision in fear. Okay, it's a card of control. Boy, she looks anguished and pain, doesn't she? Some decisions and choices that you have made are based on fear and not heart-centered knowledge. Fear is your ego wanting to control. Take a step back and make a responsive choice rather than a reactive one. Then you're able to see the truth of the best choice with a calm and centered manner. And so having the mind and the heart be cohesive, okay, be centered together so that we're not reacting out of fear or impulse. So I keep hearing the fear of not getting something you think you deserve or the fear of losing something you already have. They kept saying that. So current situation, you've got the Eight of Swords. The immediate influence is the Page of Cups. You have the energy of temperance in your subconscious, the Nine of Cups in the distant past, the King of Cups in the more recent past. The Eight of Pentacles is coming towards you. You're represented by the Eight of Wands. You're attracting the Six of Pentacles. You've got the Four of Swords. Oh, look at that. And your hopes and fears. In the outcome, we have the Two of Cups. You've got now down here two more twos. Twos are about partnerships. They're wonderful numbers in the tarot. They're also times of reflection, of the subconscious, of duplication, and travel too, by the way. So we have three twos. We have the High Priestess, which is Cancer, and Pisces. We've got Sagittarius. We also have Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, okay? But I definitely feel like with this, I'm loving this. This represents you. This represents the outcome. And then, of course, your subconscious. It's like ready to rock and roll here, folks. Your life is ready to take off, so get yourself ready. This is where the governor, that invisible shield or ceiling is removed from your life. If you've had any limiting thoughts, fears, anything that's been holding you back, I feel like you're shedding those, you're stripping those. And it also, too, is a time of great healing. So if you've been through some situations that have been untrustworthy, you were lied to, you were deceived, you were misled, I feel like you're finally going to have things righted, and it really is a time that restores your trust and enthusiasm about humanity. If it's something about your job with that Two of Cups, even in the outcome, it's saying it's a match. It's saying that you're going to be satisfied. You're going to be feeling the love. You're going to be feeling like this makes sense. You're not in some way being shortchanged here. So with the energy of the Wheel and the High Priestess and the Two of Wands, I feel like they're saying this is a time for you, very deep spiritual time. The Wheel is actually a portal into the divine. But the energy of the High Priestess, she's the psychic of the tarot. She tells us, she urges us to stay true to ourselves. It's a new cycle. And I feel like they're saying, because things are about to get busy, not to get overly impulsive, not to go off half-cocked. The High Priestess evaluates. And so any big changes that you're going to make, do the research. Don't be afraid that something's going to pass you by if you don't get pushed into a situation or if something doesn't get expedited. It's like you might have to give yourself a minute here. And so with this energy, the High Priestess is also information, okay, intel. There may be more than meets the eye here. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like that's going to deliver. You may have somebody who gives you a little tip, tips you off, and it really is great advice. Now, if you've been sort of at a standstill, the wheel is really going to help you to know what to hang on to, what to let go of. But when that wheel comes in, know that it's a symbol that the universe is ushering you along on your path, on the path of happiness. And unless you resist it, okay, unless you try to dig your heels in, you're going forward. So I also feel like if you've been single and you've been in a place where you feel like there's nobody around, you have somebody here with that Page of Cups. It may be a chance encounter. It may catch you off guard too. Now, I also feel like if you are single, you may have a secret admirer who catches you off guard. Something about that Eight of Swords tells me you need to be prepared. Okay, you need to be prepared. And if you have a friend who's really good at dating, talk to them. What would you do if somebody called you up out of the blue? I feel like you have one of those where you need to kind of be ready and nimble, is what I heard. You need to be nimble and ready to move, because that Eight of Swords, when you're in that energy, you really can feel like you have almost like your feet cemented and you kind of fumble for words like, stammer and not sure what to say. So I do feel like if you get put on the spot, it's better to be prepared. And even to say, like, I'll get back to you later if it's something work related or about a move. But I will tell you, with the Page of Cups, he brings an optimism. He brings an invitation. So I'm telling you, you're going to get asked out if you're single. Now, you might even get asked out if you're not single. So again, that might be a little easier to turn down and respond to. But I feel like too with this, in terms of a job, you may have opportunities and options. You may get recruited, and I still feel like you're going to be unsure what to do. So get your mind open. Be open and clear. Be in a place where you can really kind of act through faith and not so much fear. So with the energy of Temperance in the subconscious, this is so great because it introduces a nice flow. Okay, it brings things back into balance. So if your life got way out of balance over the holidays, maybe you drank too much, you ate too much, because this can also be the card of the alcoholic, and over drinking, overdoing it. And it reminds us that we need all things in moderation. So if you've been on a real streak with the nutrition, and you say, I've got to get off of this. I haven't eaten a thing that was ever alive once. It's all processed. It's all colored. Things that are bright orange that don't come from the ground are not usually good. So with this, I feel like they're saying you'll get back into center. You're going to get leveled out here. It's also a card, though, if you're doing any kind of spiritual workshops, they're going to be meaningful. It's going to bring in a different energy into your life. Now, this is a card of great healing. It's safety, security, trust, and it comes out of your subconscious. So I feel like you're going to be attracting balance, and you're going to be attracting people who deliver. They say what they mean, and they mean what they say. There is nothing harmful about the Archangel Michael. This looks over you. So I definitely feel like you're going to have people looking out for you. You have a great reading as we go all the way through this. There's nothing toxic. There's no hurdles. With the Nine of Cups, this can be a little bit of be careful what you wish for in the past. So I still feel like if you've been trying to, especially, attract people, I do feel like they're going to be coming out of the woodwork at you, okay? So you may have to be careful with that, Capricorn, where you're just like, okay, what do I do here if this happens? Because I just feel like there's something about you're turning on everyone's heart light around you. And so with this too, it's also can be for some of you who are on the more ambitious side, be careful not to expand things too quickly. If it's a job change where you take something on and you're making lots of money, but it really is causing your life to come out of balance. Now, the Nine of Cups is generally wish fulfillment, but I still feel like there's something about it that brings in a little more than you bargained for. So I kept seeing somebody blushing over here. I still see it a bit. Now, I will tell you, though, in terms of relationships, if you have some that come out and you say, these are not quite for me, you do have a King of Cups here, and talk about a partner. Talk about somebody that you can completely be yourself with. This is a wonderful energy in terms of love because it's very mature. And so not only can you let your guard down, but you can talk about a variety of topics. I also feel like if you don't exactly see eye to eye on subjects, it's like you can still have interesting conversations, enlightening conversations. It doesn't turn adversarial at all, not with this. And I have people in my life like that we don't exactly see eye to eye, but I always love to talk to them about their opinions because it helps me see things differently. I kind of get that off of it. Now, this is also a card of self-improvement, self-development. So if you are looking to do any kind of entrepreneurial stuff, I feel like your hard work is going to pay off as the rest of the reading shows it, and you'll find exactly what you need. So with this Eight of Pentacles energy, you focus, you tick away, you know, he's lining up those pentacles. There are more pentacles coming in, but you see how this is. It's like there's a plan. There's an expectation here. There's one of the oracle cards talks about expecting money, because that's, you know, part of your own energy field. And so I even feel like with this, expect success is what I keep hearing. Expect success. Now, it is a commitment too, by the way. So I do feel like if you start anything new with money, you have people who will work with you. Okay, if it's some kind of a new side hustle, you'll have customers or you'll have flexibility that you need. And I do feel like it's worth your while. So anything that you're doing with money, it is worth your time. It's not like you're investing a bunch in it and going, this was terrible. This is making money and it's really working for you. So we have another 8, and this also keeps you in flow, but this represents you. It's perfect harmony. It's perfect synchronicity. It's communication that says yes. So if you're waiting or you've been out there sort of looking around at jobs, here's where you're going to have an influx of offers and opportunities. And you may have somebody who tries to hire you over the phone. Okay, I feel like they're in that much of sort of a speediness about them, where they're like, can you do this tomorrow? And you might say, well, I have another job. I can't start today, but sure, let's talk. Let's come up with a game plan. I also feel like you may have to control the speed of things. Like I said, I feel like you need to be prepared, because with the 6 of Pentacles, it does bring in balance. So I feel like as long as you kind of mitigate how fast things are going, you're going to feel in control. You're going to feel stable because you have stability here. But I do feel like you're going to get a big rush of offers and opportunities. Now, the 4 of Swords is in your hopes and fears. And this is a card of quieting the mind, of getting control of your energy, meditating, simmering down just a little bit, because you have a lot of momentum and speed in this reading. And I feel like they're urging you to make sure you're in this place of being on the spiritual beam, of being intact, so that things don't go sideways on you. Because what your outcome is the 2 of Cups. It's a beautiful match. And so in a relationship, if you are single, your season is the perfect time for somebody to contact you. And you, like I said, you're going to have a lot of interest, but you have one who stands out. You have one where the chemistry is immediate. The love is there. The commitment is there. And so anything you're asking about ultimately is evolving and growing. The 2 of Cups is a yes card in the outcome. You have great things coming in. I love you, Capricorn, and I'll be back again soon.